What's going on, guys? My name's Citizen Nuketown, and welcome back to another gameplay commentary from me here today. I know I haven't posted in the longest time, which is probably a good thing. I really needed to take a break from this whole Call of Duty video thing, as Call of Duty has become more stale, and with the games just generally becoming stale, a new one comes out the next year, and people get hyped about it and talk about how awesome it's looking and get excited. And this year, I'm not excited, and I want to talk about Black Ops 3 and how I just don't think this series is going in a direction that makes sense for someone who kind of cares about competitive-esque gaming, especially when in terms of making the public matches work in a functional way that is, one, fun, and two, somewhat competitive. So, in my opinion, Call of Duty should have taken the path where they're slowly refining things and taking away layers of bullshit that doesn't make sense in the game the year that it comes out, and you know, every year they try to add something that has been kind of vetted and put to the test to make sure that it's functional in the game. But instead, they're kind of waiting to fix the bullshit things until the next year when that game comes out, and they're just adding lots of things to the game that are very gimmicky and just hoping when they throw it at the wall that shit sticks. So this year is no exception. There's a lot of things that I'm not personally excited about, especially when it comes to search and destroy, and some of the main qualities of making the game fair and fun. The biggest one that I will harp over and over about is the prediction skill, where you have to kind of use all the information presented to you from normal and fair play to make good decisions on what you should do and how you should proceed strategically as a team, and where you should be aiming, etc. And there's a lot of things that are kind of bullshit about that. There's also a lot of things that look to be pretty annoying to deal with. And there's most likely going to be other things as well in the game that are going to be bullshit that we're not going to find out about until the game comes out, or the beta. So let's talk about them. Let's start with the perks. So the perks overall seem to have taken a very Black Ops 2 feel to it, where they're pretty much directly importing some of the perks that were available in Black Ops 2 and taking them over. Some of them were good, where they're just kind of taking over, like Dead Silence. I think they have like Hardwired, which is weird. Cold-Blooded. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. Flak Jacket. Those ones seem to be good and have been a decent staple in Call of Duty history and making the game fun and balanced. But there are some new ones that they're adding in that kind of are like, meh. Number one, tracker. This is going to show enemy footsteps for the last like 3 to 4 seconds near you. What the range is, how easily identifiable it is I'm not entirely sure. It could be something fluorescent through walls, which I will talk about something that actually does that in the next few minutes. Whether it's just kind of a subtle, like, kind of black footprint on the ground. However it may work, it still kind of takes away from the skill necessary to predict where people are going. I can definitely see scenarios where you have this perk on, you're trying to figure out whether they went left or right, and it just kind of gives away the position, and you don't have to make that choice based on, like, try to figure out, hey, they might be trying to go towards a bomb site here, so they're probably going to go left down this hallway instead of right. It's just going to be giving away information where in previous Call of Duties and in fair Call of Duties, it doesn't do that. Moving on to awareness, it's going to be back, very similar to Black Ops 2, where it seems like the sound system is semi-quiet, and you're really going to have a good pair of headphones to hear people consistently, and you'll need to... It won't particularly counter Dead Silence consistently, and it won't be like 100% effective, but it's still back and it's still annoying. But lastly, another thing that just kind of gives away positioning and some of the bullshit available in that is the perk Sixth Sense. It's going to be a third tier perk, where indicates where enemies are near you on the minimap. It appears to be shotgun range based on one of the T. Martin videos where he got a gameplay using that perk. But it's still kind of bullshit. Like, if you're trying to tactically position yourself behind a wall and they don't know where you are, having this perk might completely give you away, which, you know, let's just not give people prediction. Let's just make it so that they don't have to, like, learn how to find where people are. Let's just make it as bullshit as possible. Let's do that. Moving on to equipment. C4 is back. It's being reworked, so instead of it being exploding in the air, it's going to only explode if it hits the ground, and if and it's also going to have a much bigger blast radius, as well as a radar. So if you just throw it somewhere and wait until someone blips on your radar, you might get, like, exploded by C4, which is fucking so shit and so stupid. I don't know. I'm not into just completely giving away positionings like that. Annoying things like shock charges and bouncing betties are going to be back. No surprise. Moving on to some of the specialist stuff, which, if you guys haven't seen, it's kind of like, it's like kill streak like, but like each character that you can play has a specific set of skills that they can unlock. I'm not sure if it's based on how you're overall performing, like in Titanfall, where if you were doing better, you'll get them quicker, but if you're still shit, you'll still get them eventually, which I'm really hoping it's not like that, or if it's more similar to how kill streaks are, where it takes into account your kill death ratio and maybe how you're playing objectively, and that's it. Some of these specialist streaks, or whatever you want to call them, are really fucking bullshit. Especially, I can see them being abused in Search and Destroy. The biggest one that I've seen so far is the Vision one, and this literally allows you to see where enemies are going through walls in real time. That will break Search and Destroy, period. It's like, how does this get out of, like, they're releasing a trailer about this, and how is someone who plays Search and Destroy supposed to be hyped about, like, someone might just see you through a fucking wall and see exactly where you're going? Like, why? Why, goddammit, why? There's some other specialist abilities that seem pretty just annoying, like the teleport one, where it teleports you back to your position like 3 to 4 seconds ago. Especially if you're chasing someone and they just do that and they're now behind you. I'm not exactly sure about all the other ones, but some of the ones I've seen have been quite annoying. Moving on to the weapons. The weapons in the game seem to have a pretty low time to kill. Nothing kind of sticks out as this being kind of like the BAL or the ASM1, just an incredibly powerful weapon. It just seems more of this. The weapons in general seem kind of to kill more ghost-like. I don't know if this is affected because this is on land, but it just seems very quick. Moving on, the bolt-action sniper that was available in like the alpha was described by Drifter as better than the DSR pre-patch, and the DSR was the best sniper for Search and Destroy in any game. It was incredibly consistent. It didn't have much sway to it. It was very easy to use, and that's why it was like a top tier weapon, and a lot of the pro players had overkill classes, which I'm hoping isn't coming back. Fuck overkill and that stupid shit. But that's pretty much it about the gameplay that I've seen so far. Let me know what you have been thinking about when it comes to some of this Black Ops 3 reveal multiplayer information shit. So that's pretty much it for me. My name's Citizen Nuketown, and I am signing out. Peace, guys.